Gloriaca is a spokesperson for Earth Fair, and she has her 10-year pin on.
I do.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And I think you've been with us almost as long.
Almost.
Every time you come is a great joy.
Well,
and you've got
you.
something just fabulous for tonight, so let's get right into it.
We do. Well, again, in honor of Valentine's Day, we have a sweet, healthy treat that's packed with health benefits, and we're working with Maca. Now, have you ever heard of Maca before?
No, Maca's brand new to me.
Now, Maca, it's spelled M-A-C-A.
All right.
It actually comes in powder form.
And what is it?
It comes from a root from South America.
Okay.
Now, it has been around literally for thousands of years. It's been used for medicinal purposes, but more recently, it's made its way into the food scene. And that's really the star of this particular dish. We're making our Maca and almond butter energy bites. Now, I love this recipe because there's no baking involved. We are literally throwing all of our ingredients together in a bowl. We're going to get a little messy if that's okay.
Well, that's certainly my kind of deal.
Now, we'll touch base with the Maca in just a couple of moments. Okay. But I'm going to have you stir for me if you don't mind.
Okay.
Now, the base of this recipe are old-fashioned oats. I love old-fashioned oats.
Not the steel cut, just the regular
the
ones we have used to.
oats. And you can buy these in the bulk department, too, so you can get as much or as little as you like.
Great.
Now, we are going to add in some ground almond butter. I absolutely love almond butter.
It is so delicious.
Now, with almond butter, and keep in mind this will be a little thick, so you're going to break it up with your spoon a little bit. Almost chop it, and then we'll get our hands in there in just a couple of moments. But almond butter is going to act as the glue for this recipe.
It's very glue-like already.
It is, and we're adding about 3/4 of a cup. Next, we have some shredded coconut. Now, I love coconut. It adds such a beautiful flavor, and it's going to help act as a filler for this dish.
And
now,
it
you're
also
going to mix
has that nice texture, too.
It does. I love the texture. A little bit of a crunch, followed by our hemp seeds. Now, hemp seeds are actually packed with all 9 essential amino acids, so they're considered to be a complete protein, believe it or not.
That's pretty cool.
And we're adding in 1/4 of a cup. And with the hemp seeds, because we have that chewiness with the almond butter and the other ingredients, again, it's going to add a crunch, so it's going to balance out that texture for us. Now, next we have chia seeds. Have you ever cooked with chia seeds before?
No, all I've done is make socks and 4-inch and made chia pets out of them.
Well, you can certainly cook with chia seeds, and we're adding just a few tablespoons here. Again, add a crunch for us, and they're packed with omega fatty acids, and they have soluble fiber, so they're great for the digestive system.
Wonderful.
Great protein there. Next, we have our maca. Now, maca, believe it or not, it's actually part of the radish family, and doesn't it smell like butterscotch?
It does smell good.
It smells really a little bit like butterscotch, and a little bit goes a very long way.
Now, what's so good about maca? Why are we going to start using this unusual ingredient?
Well, it's packed with magnesium and calcium, but it's mostly known for its energy properties. Now, you know when you drink caffeine, when you have caffeine, sometimes you can feel a little jittery or anxious. With maca, you're not going to get those sensations. You're going to get a nice, clean energy feeling. It's not going to give you the jitters or that anxious feeling.
So who started using this? What's brought it into the forefront?
Maca has literally been around for thousands of years, and it's from South America in Peru, the West Andes. That's where it's grown. So it's you can add it into soups. It's very versatile. Soups, juices, you can add it into yogurts, and you can cook with it. You don't want to heat it too high, though. You don't want to fry it or saute it. It can actually kill some of those health benefits. All right, so after we add in our maca,
it's your turn to stir.
I'm going to stir. I'm going to take over for you. Now, you are going to add in some honey.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now, we're adding a few tablespoons.
Have a little bit of sweetness in it.
Yes. Now, the honey, again, is going to act as the glue, and it's going to give it such a nice, sweet flavor.
Oh, Lord, this was gluey enough without the honey.
Now, the great thing about this recipe, it's really foolproof. If you find that it's too dry, you can add in some honey.
Just put a little bit of something
or almond butter. And if you find that it's a little too mushy for you, you can always add more oats. So really, you can't go wrong.
Pretty simple, isn't it?
Now, this looks like water, I know, but this is actually coconut oil.
And I see you brought it. We can see what it looked like before you melted it.
Absolutely. This is organic coconut oil, and coconut oil contains
So you just put this in the microwave for
Yes, for about 10 seconds. It melts
just
very
like
quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, coconut oil is packed with healthy fats, the fats that our body needs. Now, coconut oil has omega-3 fatty acids. It helps with cognitive function. It helps with memory, learning, even happiness. So it does so many great things for us. And it
you can even put it on your skin and make your skin smell
It's great for skincare. Absolutely. Yes. And after our coconut oil, we have a bit of cinnamon. I love baking with cinnamon. Just a couple of tablespoons.
Oh, it's going to taste so good.
And last but not least, just one more ingredient. We have some organic vanilla. I love vanilla. It's going to add such a nice flavor. flavor to our energy bites. Now notice how we're stirring.
I noticed what we're going to have to do here.
Next, we're going to have to dig in. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Now, I will warn you, it's going to get a little messy, but it is well worth it.
Honey, messy is my middle name.
All right, so let's dig in. Now, we're going to knead it a little bit with our hands here. And again, you can add more almond butter or honey if you'd like.
It's beginning to come together.
It is,
yeah.
it is. Now, you're going to take about the size of a golf ball, and the key here is to really press to condense those ingredients. Again, it's going to get a little messy, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to shape into a ball, and then you can eat it right out of the bowl, or you can pop it in the fridge and let it sit for a couple of days. It will actually last about 4 to 5 days. You can take it to work with you.
So it doesn't have to stay refrigerated.
It doesn't, especially when you hit that 3, 4 o'clock time frame, that afternoon
I think if you were
slump.
going on a walk in the woods, this would be a lovely
absolutely.
instead of trail mix to have some of this. Wouldn't that be perfect?
It will. And if you don't want to shape it into balls, you can actually shape it. You can press it into a pan and then cut it into squares if that's a little easier for you.
Well, and I think you did. You pushed it in a little form, didn't you? And made a little
We
heart.
did. We can even push it into cookie cutters for some fun shapes. Yes, and you can't go wrong. Again, almond butter and maca, those are the stars of this particular dish, and there's no cooking involved. So it's great for kids, too.
And if we wanted to make it a little bit more special, could we drizzle something on the top maybe? Like
Absolutely, especially since it's Valentine's Day, you can take a little bit of dark chocolate and do a drizzle right on top.
Because it is Valentine's. I think a little chocolate is.
Yes, and experiment, have fun. You can throw raisins in here, goji berries. It's very versatile, and everybody will really love these. I'm in love with them, and I'm sure all of our viewers will be in love with them once they make them.
Well,
Very
I
easy.
know people would love to, since they don't have their hands like this, would love to figure out how they can get this great recipe. So tell me where they can go to get the recipe.
Absolutely. It's very simple. Just go to earthfare.com. There you can find this particular recipe as well as many others. And as part of our Live Longer with Earth Fare campaign, we have some phenomenal resources and videos to help you and your family lead a healthier lifestyle. So again, earthfare.com. Check out the recipe. I know you guys will love it.
Well, I just can't wait, and thank you so much for being with us again today.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
I'll finish rolling these up.
And now we're going to find out about the Love Fest that's going on with Teresa and her chatters. Teresa?